This is the Columbia River, a 1,200-mile vein of life and legend, carved by ancient glaciers and floods of unimaginable force. For over 17,000 years, its waters have shaped not just the land, but the treasures buried beneath it. Beneath the surface and along its gravel bars lie the remnants of a violent past. Agates forged in volcanic fire, jasper polished by centuries of current, petrified wood from forest older than the river itself, and, if you're lucky, the rare and coveted Ellensburg blue. Out here, every rock has a story, every bend in the river hides a prize, and for those willing to search, the Columbia is a gold mine without the gold. This is RockHounding, and today, the hunt begins. Today's chase, moss agate, quartz with mossy mineral threads, formed as silica-rich water fills ancient volcanic cracks. Double A sets up. The clock is ticking. It's a brutal 100 degrees, and time is the enemy of rockhounding. Scan the shoreline, move light, eyes sharp. Find that moss agate before the heat steals the day.
So what got me into rockhounding? Well, I guess you could say I've always been a rockhounder. Some of my fondest memories were always from my childhood. I used to just consistently every day wake up. Any free moment that I had, I would always be down on the river bar. We had a lot of creeks around our house. We had a lot of rivers that connected. And I used to just explore creeks like endlessly. I remember waking up one morning and it was me, my brother, and my sister, and we would just go and venture out and walk creeks as far as up as we can go. We'd be gone all day. Nobody even knew where we were at, and that was the exciting part because you kind of get lost, but then you eventually find your way back. And I remember when I was a childhood just running the river bars as fast as I could, trusting the rocks, you know, that they would never just like hurt me. And they always say the universe gives you not what you want, but what you are. And that was from my childhood. I remember when I was really little, I found this really unique rock, and it was like an egg-shaped rock, and it looked like it was seashelled inside. And to me, I was like wondered, what is this thing? You know, I found this thing on the river. I did, and nobody else saw it, and I just noticed it. And I carried it up this mountain. I had, you know, it was heavier than I could carry, so I had to push it and roll it up to the house. And I remember getting it back to the house, and to me that was like a big deal because I found something that may be very important or special, but not very many people really paid attention to it. You know, it's just something special to me. And so that rock, I remember just washing it every day, looking at it, admiring it, wondering what it was. Is this a meteorite that fell from outer space? Is it a fossilized dinosaur egg? I didn't know, but it was very unique. And then, you know, as life goes on, you get caught up in the grind, and you kind of lose that childhood, that play. And some of the things that, you know, really got me back into rockhounding, I remember one whole year I took vacations and I didn't remember any of them. And I said, you know what? Next year I'm gonna go on a vacation, I'm gonna do something. So we went to this really special location, Fire Valley, in Nevada, and to me that was just amazing. The visuals were amazing. It's one of the places on earth that if you have to visit, you need to see Fire Valley. And I didn't want to walk away from there not being able to remember that maybe 6 months later, so I took a token, which was a rock, and I placed it in front of my house. And every day when I come home from work, if I look to the left or to the right, I see these rocks and memories, and it just it brought back the memories of my adventure in the Fire Valley. And that kind of repassionated my passion for rock hounding. And now it's like almost bringing you back to your childhood. It's like playing. You kind of lose that when you're an adult. You stop playing, you stop jumping, you stop exploring. And rock hounding really did that for me. I got back into, just playing on the river bar, exploring up the river bar, jumping off the cliffs, and finding the deepest rock that I could find. And to me, that's rock hounding.
Along the Columbia's edge, treasures hide in plain sight. Moss agate worth up to $25 a piece, river-polished jasper fetching $10, and rare petrified wood that can bring in $50 or more. Every step here could uncover a story millions of years in the making. Long before we found it on this shore, this rock began its journey high in the Columbia Basin. Glaciers cracked the hills, floods and rain set the pieces in motion, and the river took over, rolling, tumbling, and grinding stone against stone for centuries. Basalt, quartz, and jasper knocked together like river-borne sandpaper. Rounding every edge, each bend added a new scratch, each rapid a new shine. Finally, the shoreline waves finished the job. Soft laps, endless patience, polishing a small piece of Earth's history for us to hold.
So every now and then you can find really beautiful pieces out here. Look at this one. Oh, wait. It's got jasper in it. Check that out. That's a really cool piece. There's so much in there. Quartz, jasper.
At first glance, this polished stone might seem like a simple river find, but its story began millions of years ago. Deep beneath the earth, molten rock cooled and fractured, allowing minerals to crystallize within its cracks. The icy white streaks are quartz, formed from silica-rich fluids under intense pressure. The deep reds are jasper, colored by iron that seeped through ancient groundwater. Scattered flecks of gray and black tell of basalt fragments from volcanic flows, locked into place during the rock's formation. Over time, water from the Columbia River tumbled this stone, smoothing its edges and revealing its colorful history. What you see here is more than a rock. It's a time capsule, holding the story of Earth's fire, water, and mineral life inside its core.
I'm gonna take that back and polish that baby up and see how it comes out. But that's a really cool piece.